Before we start talking about Latvia as a jurisdiction, I want to briefly explain who we are. AFORTIS Group is a Latvian-based company. This is important because everything I will tell about today is not theoretical. We work with these programs every day. We combine legal, immigration and accounting services in one team. This allows our clients and partners to work with one local provider instead of coordinating several companies in Latvia. We mostly work with international clients and with partners abroad who want a reliable background in the European Union. When people think about Europe, they usually think about Germany, France and Netherlands. Latvia is often underestimated, and that is exactly why it works so well for business. Latvia is a full European Union jurisdiction, but with much more flexibility. The most important point for business owners is taxation. In Latvia, companies do not pay corporate tax while profits stay inside the company. This makes Latvia extremely efficient for growing, reinvesting and holding structures. Another key advantage is speed. Company registration can be done remotely and usually takes about 1 to 1.5 weeks, which is very fast for the European Union. From an immigration perspective, Latvia is also very pragmatic. Residence permits are issued relatively fast, in many cases around 2 months. What business owners really appreciate is that Latvia does not force relocation. There are no requirements to live in Latvia permanently or to spend a certain number of days per year. This allows our clients to keep their lifestyle and business elsewhere while legally holding European Union resident status. Family members can be included and can travel across the Schengen area without any restrictions. In practice, we see a very few common use cases. Business owners who want an European Union base but do not want to move. International teams who need legal residence in Europe, and companies that want an European Union structure for banking, VAT or international operations. Latvia works perfectly well for clients who value flexibility over formality. All Latvian residence permits can be divided into two logical groups. The first group is business-based residence permits, where no capital investment is required. The second group is investment-based residence permits, also known as Golden Visa Latvia. This structure allows us to match very different client profiles, from entrepreneurs to passive investors. The payroll program is probably the most misunderstood program, so I want to clarify it. This program does not mean working for a random Latvian employer. In most cases, the client creates their own Latvian company. They can be the owner, director and employee at the same time. The residence permit is issued based on employment in that company with a regulated salary. This makes the payroll program a very clean and legal solution for business owners who want European Union residence without investing capital upfront. The startup program is attractive, but it's also the most restrictive. One critical point that you need to understand: Latvia no longer approves idea-only startups. The company must already be operating. There must be real activity, real customers and real transactions. If this requirement is met, the startup program is excellent, especially because it allows residence permits for several founders and does not require salaries for directors. But it is not a shortcut. It is a program for real startups. Now let's talk about Golden Visa Latvia. There are several investment-based residence permits, often chosen by investors and high net worth individuals. A very important advantage of Latvia, and this is often overlooked, is that investment-based residence permit allows the holder to work in Latvia without any additional permits. This means that despite the fact that the investment itself is passive, the residence permit is not restricted in terms of employment or business activity. This is a strong difference compared to many other EU countries. Latvia offers several investment routes: company investment, real estate, governmental bonds and bank deposit. These options differ mainly by risk profile and client preferences. Some clients prefer tangible assets like real estate, others prefer governmental-backed instruments or bank deposits. The legal outcome is the same, a residence permit for up to 5 years with family inclusion and no relocation requirement. Choosing the right program is not about which is better. It depends on what the client wants to do. If the client plans to actively run a business, payroll or startup is usually the best option. If the client prefers an investment-based solution with maximum flexibility, Golden Visa works very well. Latvia is strong because it offers both paths inside one jurisdiction. Partners work with us because we are on the ground in Latvia. We understand how these programs are applied in practice, not only on paper. We take full legal responsibility for execution, compliance, and communication with authorities. This allows our partners to confidently sell Latvia, knowing that delivery is handled locally and professionally. To summarize, Latvia is a rare European Union jurisdiction where business logic and immigration logic actually work together. Fast setup, favorable taxation, flexible residence permits, and clear rules. If you are interested in adding Latvia to your portfolio or working with us as a partner, we would be happy to continue with discussion. Thank you for your time.